For a qualifying child, the residency test is simple on paper. The child must live with you more than half the year. That's over 6 months, and home is broader than people think. It's any place you regularly live, even a non-traditional setting like a shelter. On the EA exam, they'll test that you don't require a formal house or lease. Now the big residency trap: temporary absences. If the child is away for something like school, illness, vacation, military service, summer camp, or even juvenile facility incarceration, you generally still count that time as living with you. The key phrase is, it must be reasonable to assume the child will return home. That reasonable to assume language is exactly what exam questions lean on. Two quick examples. If a child lives with you all year but spends months hospitalized, that hospitalization is a temporary absence, so residency still passes. And if two relatives both help support a child, residency usually decides who has the qualifying child, who the child actually lived with most of the year. Think, where did the kid sleep most nights, not who paid more. Next is the qualifying child support test, and it's not what people expect. For a qualifying child, you do not have to provide over half the child's support. Instead, the rule is the child cannot provide more than half of their own support. So you're watching the child's contribution. This is different from qualifying relative rules, where the taxpayer must provide more than half. What counts as support? Think living expenses: food, housing, clothing, education, medical care. But here's the exam twist. Support is based on amounts actually spent, not just received. If the child earns money and saves it, that saved amount is not the child providing their own support. So a child actor can earn a huge wage, but if it goes into a trust and isn't used for living costs, the child may still pass the support test. Now the special items they love: scholarships, government benefits, and Social Security. Scholarships received by a full-time student are ignored for the qualifying child support test, whether taxable or not. Need-based state benefits like welfare, food stamps, or subsidized housing are generally support provided by the state, but Social Security benefits are different. If the child uses Social Security benefits for their own support, that's treated as support provided by the child. One more exam reminder. Tiebreaker rules only matter when more than one person actually tries to claim the same child. If the family agrees who will claim the child and only one return claims them, the IRS doesn't need to break the tie. But if two people do claim the child, then the tiebreakers kick in, often based on parent status and then AGI. Here's a multiple support agreement question. In the case of a multiple support agreement, a taxpayer must provide more than what percentage of support to claim a dependent? The options include 50%, more than 50%, at least 80%, or 10%. Think about it. What's the minimum contribution when the group agrees who claims? The correct answer is more than 10%. Under a multiple support agreement, one person can claim the qualifying relative if they provided over 10%, and the other contributors, who together provided more than half, agree not to claim the dependent, typically documented on Form 2120. The tempting wrong choice is more than 50%, because that's the normal qualifying relative support rule, but this is the exception. Gordon is 65 and lives with his son and daughter-in-law. He's retired, and his taxable pension income for the year was $12,000. He doesn't plan to file a return. Can the son and daughter-in-law claim Gordon as a dependent? The options include yes, no, because income is too high, yes, if he doesn't file, or none of the above. Think about it. The correct answer is no, because his income exceeds the threshold amount for a qualifying relative. For qualifying relatives, gross income must be below the applicable limit, and $12,000 of taxable pension is too high. A tempting wrong answer is yes if he doesn't file, but whether he files doesn't fix the gross income test.